What's up? This your boy, back with another one. What are we going to talk about today? I always say 1,000 different things we could talk about, but only so little time. We're going to talk about shortages because things are about to get real quick. But let's rewind a little bit.
Are you kidding me?
Since April of 2021, there have been 95 food manufacturing plants that have been damaged by fire, whether it was from COVID or whatever random causes. Now, I always say once or twice is a coincidence, but 95 times? But remember, the idiots, the ignorant, the dummies, the muppets will have you believe it's a conspiracy theory. Now add that into the situation with Ukraine and Russia, with the wheat and grain, and then we're approaching what's already occurring in third world nations, famine type levels. Oh, you don't think it could happen here? What happened with the baby formula? Baby food. You think that was just a coincidence? Food prices has risen 40% this year alone. That's 40% food prices have risen. The price of gas has gone up because the price of oil has gone up. Because we are no longer importing oil from Russia, when just a couple years ago, we were the number one exporter of oil and liquid natural gas. How did that happen? Well, it's part of the agenda. Some call it global reset. Some call it Build Back Better. Some call it a Green New Deal. But make no mistake about it, you can call it the New World Order, which we're already in. Now, add that up with the incoming recession, which will be very bad. Then what do you get? I always said the housing market would collapse, right? We're already seeing them signs now. We're about to go into a seller's market. Then what did I say before about China? Lockdowns in China affect you. When stuff is not being shipped from China because of lockdowns, and they will expand in China, make no mistake about it. As a matter of fact, they're going to extend to different countries. You think the pack from China is the only thing they cooked up in them labs? Labs as in plural? How right was I about when monkeypox came back up? Was I right about that? Or was it a conspiracy theory? I mean, if it was all about the messenger and not the message, I can come back through my videos and give you plenty of times I predicted the future. But that ain't nothing new for me. I've been doing that for years. People who actually know me know that's the case, online or offline. It's pretty much my third eye, whatever I focus on. Whether it be dairy products, wheat products, meat, or soy, it's going to keep rising. And it keeps rising because people are just ignorant. People are asleep at the wheel. When I say we're on the Titanic, referencing America as the Titanic, and we're about to hit the iceberg, that is no exaggeration. But not everybody's going to make it aboard the lifeboats. A lot of you is going to be the same as the man playing the violin to the very end as the ship sank. Refusing to admit the truth. Refusing to admit it was a worldwide satanic, demonic plot. I don't know what else to tell people. If you don't get that the world is run by a satanic death cult of pedos, then you probably never get it. See, you got to see beyond levels. You got to see beyond your differences. United we stand, divided we fall, but they know that. That's why they spend so much money every day trying to convince you of their lies. Well, that's how dumbed down America is. The fact that people could just believe lies. They don't fact check nothing. I'm not talking about these Nazi fact checkers who work for the system, part of the system, to keep people brainwashed. I'm talking about actually fact checking stuff yourself. A lot of information I get, if it's not from a third eye, I can't really rely on Google. Because you got to remember, Google, the parent company being Alphabet, meaning that Google and YouTube are owned by Alphabet. They're all okay with slave and death camps in China. They were okay. They were okay for decades studying gain of function. And that's even before they were Alphabet, aka Google, aka YouTube. I mean, why am I so hard on the military now? Because I remember first thing I did before I even went to boot camp, before I got on the bus to go to the airport, we had to swear an oath. And that oath was against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Now, some of our enemies are domestic. I'm not saying pick up arms, because the truth alone puts them to flight. Let me say that again. The truth alone puts the Satanists to flight. They need compliance. Sometimes that compliance comes in the spiritual realm. Some things you allow. And what did I say before? I said all the Old Testament religions, all the pagan religions of the world, they made a comeback. Some of you practice that stuff without even knowing it. Some of you have made human sacrifices, but you call it abortion. See, that's the thing. They could just label something anything and people fall for it. They could say Black Lives Matter and people fall for it. They start burning down buildings. It's psychological. It's also an inversion of things, because as Satanists, they invert things. It's their duty to invert the things of God. Now, where are we headed? We're headed towards destruction. But just remember where you stood, where your line in the sand was. When it all hits the fan, when it all goes down, when the power is out, you can't watch your Netflix, your Hulu, you can't do your online gaming. Not for everybody, but for a lot of people. That's why I say, if possible, you should relocate from large blue cities, because those have always been the test subjects for what they roll out to the rest of the country. Remember the mandates? Remember the mask laws? Which, by the way, masks never work. It's scientifically impossible for them to work. Where did the most deaths occur? In blue cities, right? Matter of fact, you can go across the planet. You can look at the places that didn't have lockdowns or mandates, who are very lenient on them. And they have less deaths and cases. You can also go where the so-called cure for the plague from China is administered the most. You'll see the most deaths. Whether it's Israel, Gibraltar, Singapore, South Korea, Ireland, so on and so on. You see the most deaths. But that ship's about to hit soon, because what are we approaching? How many people ignored the truth and still got that thing inside their bodies? Now you have people, they can't have kids anymore. Some of these women, they can get pregnant, but it's going to be a stillbirth or a miscarriage. But remember, when we warned you about this stuff, we told you exactly what they would do, what they're made of, who was behind it, who funded it, and I was laid out with nothing but truth and facts. But still, people still didn't get it. How many years do people take off their lives? How many years? You want to run around, call everybody conspiracy theorists, but stupid people that play stupid games win stupid prizes. You gamble with your life. You're not hurting my feelings calling me a conspiracy theorist. I know what I'm talking about. I can't be debated. I can't be debunked. Because all I do is go by facts and truth. What do you think all your well-known truth speakers, some famous, where do you think they get their news from a lot of times? That would be from me. That's not me blowing smoke. That's not me making stuff up. That ain't no delusion. That's facts. Facts always come with evidence. So where do we go from here? That's up to you. Remember, this is a peaceful revolution. Underground resistance. It's invite only. That saying that you're powerless, that you can do nothing, who told you that? Stop being a coward. It's funny how America has fallen so fast. Used to be the strongest nation on the planet. Now we're a nation of cowards. People are afraid to stand up to the truth, stand up for the truth. They're afraid to admit the truth. C word. Go ahead, say it. COVID. Don't you feel better about yourself? But once again, your compliance is your surrender, which equals your defeat. That's all I got. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. I'm out. Don't you feel better about yourself? But once again, your compliance is your surrender, which equals your defeat. That's all I got. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. I'm out.